Hey guys, welcome to another episode, the season finale episode, I should say, of the Search for Awesome podcast. I'm Titus.
And this is Michael.
So guys, this is the end of season 1 of the podcast. Me and Mikey have been talking about this for a little bit, and we were trying to figure out the future of the podcast and of the channel. And so basically, I'm just going to level with you. I'm going to be totally honest. We're going to take a little bit of a break, and perhaps maybe even a pretty long break, and perhaps even a forever break. But don't panic. There will still be content and stuff like that. We're not giving up on the channel. But so here's what happened. I have another channel called The Search for Awesome, and I have not been able to post anything in months because all of my work and effort has been going into this podcast. I thought I could manage both, but I'm just not that good, and that's the problem.
And to be fair, like, he does a lot of the editing. When I say a lot, all of it. Because I don't know what I'm doing. And so, in effort to just get me more involved, he agreed to take on all the editing and the time being while, I got more comfortable with just creating content with him. Unfortunately, however, that's put a lot of work on his plate and none on mine. And so me trying to learn it now and maintain our same schedule and him still be able to get stuff done, it just doesn't add up. So I think now is a good time for us to take some time for him to catch up on stuff on his other channel, him to help me work on at least being able to do some short editing. And then not only that, I think as well, work on some other ideas we have for different things we want to do, because this isn't the only idea that we want to do. We have like several of them.
Yeah, for sure. And right now with the podcast, an episode a week, it's just, I thought it was something that I could manage and then also do other things. But like by the time I'm done with the podcast, it's like 2 more days and then there's going to be another podcast. And I'm just like, oh, again. But here's the thing. We love the podcast. I love the podcast. So we're going to try to figure out things for season 2. And I'll level with you, there may not be a season 2. But what there will be is more content on this YouTube channel. So this YouTube channel, if you were subscribed to it, this is currently the Search for Awesome podcast. It might change names as we change visions. But anyway, so we're going to be doing a lot of interesting stuff. So basically, that's going to be me and Mikey's channel. If the podcast does come back, it will come there. And also, if we do other content that is also good for the ears, just more of an audio kind of content that would actually play well in podcasts, we'll also post that on all the different podcast channels and stuff like that. So the TLDR is we're ending this season of the podcast, and we're going to reevaluate things. We have a lot of interesting ideas. One idea that we were talking about today was the idea of a co-unboxing. Yeah. Where basically, this is kind of a stupid idea, but it sounds fun. Mikey's going to get a box. I'm going to get a box of the same products, and we're going to unbox it together, and then we're going to edit back and forth our reactions and us arguing with each other about stuff, and it just sounds really fun. And then also another random idea is like, I don't know if you notice, one of the things on YouTube that's kind of getting a little bit popular is video essays. It's like people who just do these like critiques or opinion pieces about like Marvel movies or Harry Potter movies. And they just like, one of them was like, maybe Dumbledore made a Horcrux. And it was just this guy had this crazy theory that Dumbledore made a Horcrux. And if you know anything about Harry Potter, that might be significant to you. But anyway, what we thought would be interesting is like I or Mikey makes one of these, and then the other person kind of does like where at the end of making this big case or whatever, the other person just kind of breaks it all into pieces and says why that's a stupid thing. So it sounds really fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun with this channel. So we're not ending what's going on this channel, but this is the end of season 1. But we do want to bring it back. But I think when we do bring it back, it's gonna be something different.
Yeah.
So
better, bigger. It's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be different. So might even be a live stream. I don't know. We're throwing around a lot of ideas right now, so we definitely want to get your opinion on stuff and want you guys to help shape the future of this channel, this podcast, and all of it.
We've got a lot of ideas. We're going to work them out. We're going to take this time to kind of regroup, collect, and see where we want to go from here.
Well, so Mikey is about to embark and go into Florida tomorrow. Is that right, Mikey?
Yes, I am actually.
So we're not going to be talking about too much stuff for this last episode, but there are 2 things that we kind of put a pin in for this episode. One was Unspoil Me, and the other was these Brainwavz headphones. Which one do you want to start out with, Mikey? I feel like we need to do a follow-up on both of them.
I say we start out with the headphones.
Okay, so both of us are wearing our Brainwavz headphones. You have 2 of them. Which one are you using?
I'm wearing the, what is it, the S3? I have.
The S3s, so the
Yeah,
$75 ones, I think, if I remember right. So how do you like yours?
So they're very nice looking. They're very intrusive in my ear. Now let me be clear when I say that. That is a personal problem I have. They're no different than any other in-ear earphones. I've gotten very comfortable with using my Bose earphones where they don't actually go in your ear, and I love that feature. So for me, that's hard to deal with to begin with. But what makes it way better is these Comply Premium earphone tips. I never heard of these before. This is not sponsored, let me be clear, but I love these. I love these things. I don't know what it is. Let me be clear again. This is not sponsored, but it's memory foam. I've never used anything like it. There may be a billion of other of these. I've never looked for them. But as far as in earphones, one of the big things I hate is, as you know, I have big ears, so they fall out very easily. So the Comply tips are very great. I squeeze them, you put them in your ear, and they expand.
Okay, so you do the same thing because I did that too. They're really nice. They're pretty comfortable.
Yeah,
I like the memory foam. I settled on the double tips. I don't know what you call these, but it's like two different pieces of the rubber together. For some reason, I like those. I like it because it kind of gets in there a little bit further, but it also comforts the outside of your ear a little bit too. I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm not used to the memory foam yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I like this compared to using the rubber tips. But I'll say as far as audio, if you're looking to something to jam to music or just sit around and watch YouTube videos with, I wouldn't necessarily recommend them. For what we are currently doing, I'm trying to listen to Titus's audio. I'm also listening to my microphone audio come back into my ears so that way I can monitor that. Being able to hear how crisp and clean that is, these are very helpful for, but these aren't necessarily, I don't think, designed for music or anything like that. But they are pretty clean. I was listening to a YouTube video earlier that I had watched 2 days ago using my Bose headphones, and it definitely sounded way clearer. You could tell how clear the audio was and whatnot. So that was kind of nice.
Yeah, well, they're in-ear monitors, so they're designed to have a very flat sound signature. Yeah. So the bass isn't really high, the treble's not really high. And I would definitely say that I don't know how close these are to like real monitors that are hundreds of dollars or whatever. I've never actually used those, so it'd be nice to compare them. But I can definitely tell compared to like my Bose headphones, like they are so much flatter in the sound signature, but they're not as pleasing to the ear as you say. So I definitely agree with you there. Like I think these are not like headphones. These are for monitoring your audio quality and levels and that's kind of stuff. So yeah, you're definitely, if you're gonna buy these, then you're buying them with the idea of editing. That way you can hear it flat, so then you can color the audio how you wish, and then other people can use the headphones that they like the most to listen to your content from. And I will say they're not nearly as comfortable as Bose.
Well, I mean, no. But, I mean, to be fair, though, I mean, those Bose, I've yet to feel anything that comfortable. So, when around Christmas time, we both met up in Florida to do Universal Studios and stuff like that together. And I had never tried the Bose headphones. Titus actually brought some out and let me try them. At first, I was like, wow, these headphones are $100. They're ridiculous. They're overpriced. That's crazy, blah, 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 blah. And then I used them, and I was like, yeah, they're pretty good, but there's no way I'd pay that kind of money for them. He got them on sale for like $50. I was like, I don't even know that I'd pay $50 when I could buy $20 headphones. I was just kind of one of those people that was just like, this is ridiculous. And then I went home, and then I started trying to use other headphones after using them. And let me tell you, it literally spoiled me. I couldn't use regular headphones after that. I had to have those like Stay Here, I think they're called, Stay Here tips. I don't know. I love them now, and it's hard for me to use anything else now.
Yeah, the Bose have at least these ones have a different design where it kind of curls up into your ear, and that way, like all the pressure is not just like inside your ear, yeah. And it kind of has like a bunch of points of contact, so not any of your ear is pressured too much. These, on the other hand, the Brainwavz, they're so heavy. At least mine are really like they're metal. And Bose aren't. And I actually think that's a downside because it makes them heavier.
Yeah.
And especially because they extend outwards about like a good centimeter, it kind of pulls on your ears. Now, I use these for a couple of hours while I was working. And I would say after the first hour, you start getting uncomfortable and you want to switch them. I'm pretty tolerant to headphones, so I'm probably not the best case scenario, but for someone evaluating these things. But yeah, I think they're good. I think I'm pretty happy with my $25 purchase. I will definitely use them for editing. But if I'm looking for something I want to use for a long time, I'm going to stick with my Bose, or I have some cheap Panasonic earphones that I think are really good too. And I'm actually going to be making a video about those, actually comparing those two in the near future. So be on the lookout for that. So,
yeah, like I'm not taking these on my plane, on the plane flight. You know what I mean? On the plane flight. I'm not taking these on my flight tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? There just wouldn't be any real practical use for them. I'm not.
You sound dumb this episode. Ha!
Just like you.
You plane flight. My coworker, I was listening to our latest episode today, and she was like, "You sounded so high," or what? Not high. Sorry, that's wrong. No, I mean like high pitch. I don't ever. Never mind. Don't ever do that. But you sounded so high pitch or whatever, and she thought it was great of you to take that time to make fun of me. So she appreciated you. Yeah. Anytime, right?
Well, I mean, here's the thing: how silly would it have looked if I didn't pick on you? Then it would have just been weird. They were like, why did he get all high pitched like that? And why didn't no one say anything?
I'm really glad. Awkward. This is definitely not why we're ending the podcast.
So, anyways, while he's mellowing in his feelings over there, we're going to move on to talk about Unspoil Me.
All right, so let's talk about Unspoil Me. I tried it. You tried it. Basically, if you don't remember, it was a online experience by Samsung that basically allowed you to... The idea is use some kind of hypnotist guy to help you forget a favorite show. It actually is designed for shows, but I used it for a series of movies, like a trilogy, because it's kind of the same thing. It's just a lot of movies is almost the equivalent of a show. But anyway, the idea is basically this hypnotist in this video format hypnotizes you to forget your favorite shows. So we both tried it. Actually, I tried it yesterday. I think when did you try it, Mikey?
I tried it last night.
Yeah, same here. Tried it last night, and then I went to sleep afterwards because that's what it said. So let's evaluate the experience first. Let's not talk about whether or not it worked just yet. How did you feel about the experience?
So, I mean, the experience, it was very relaxing, as I suspected it would be.
Oh my gosh. I was I was about ready to keel over. I was so relaxed.
I thought I was going to fall asleep. I was having a hard time listening to anything the guy was saying because I thought I was about to pass out. It didn't help that it was kind of late at night when I did it as well.
No,
it was probably a poor choice.
Same. I mean, I was sitting on the toilet while I was doing it. Shouldn't admit that. Anyway,
moving along.
Dude, because it was a 20-minute long video, and when I finally
23 minutes to be exact.
Oh yeah, that's true. 23 minutes. My legs were so asleep, and I was like, I couldn't walk. It's so bad. Anyway, that has nothing to do with this. But I would definitely recommend lying down on a bed or something if you're gonna do it. Don't do it on the toilet. That was bad.
Yeah, definitely, definitely poor choice.
Yeah,
I'll say one of the things for me, it was a very calming experience, and I don't know, coming out of it, I was skeptical. I was like, "There's no way I'm gonna forget about the show." But when it talks about in there, I don't know that it's necessarily trying to get you to forget about the show, right? I don't think it's trying to make you just erase all memories of it. And here's why, because after I finished it, I still remember some of the stuff from some of the episodes. So I went to bed and I woke up in the morning because it tells you to get a good night's sleep. So I was like, maybe in the morning it'll have more of an effect. Well, then I woke up in the morning and I still remember some of the stuff from the shows. So basically the show that I did was Eureka. And if you've ever watched that show, there's a lot of cool things in it. When I think about those episodes or the stuff that I remember from the show, there's not a whole lot of emotion there. I remember it and it's there, but that's it. I don't have that same excitement. So I'm wondering if that's the key there. If it's supposed to remove you from that excitement from it. So that way when you watch it again, you can re-enjoy that excitement all over again. I don't know.
See, I honestly think that for me, I was like, yeah, I don't think this worked. Although it did really relax me, and I really enjoyed it. And when it was doing the spiral thing that was getting you to watch,
yeah.
And then all of a sudden the spirals changed. I was like, what just happened? And it's I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, where it kept kind of drawing you in, and finally the spirals changed a little bit. And I thought it happened in my head, but it actually did happen on the screen. But yeah, I did it for the Dark Knight trilogy, and I remembered I mentioned 3 things last time. And this might be a little bit of a spoiler if you haven't seen those. But I remembered from the first movie, I remembered his house mansion getting burned by his guy who trained him. On the second movie, Gordon's family getting held hostage by Two-Face. And I remember on the third movie, Batman taking the nuke from the city. So anyway, I remember basically all the things that I remembered before. So, but maybe the emotions are moved, but I'll be honest. I thought it was supposed to be you know, you don't remember it anymore. So I'm going to say it didn't work for me, but I do recommend it though. I enjoyed it a lot. I think it was like really relaxing. So me and Leslie are talking about doing it for a TV show called This Is Us. One that maybe it might work better for a TV show you really don't remember that well anyway, and maybe it just kind of makes it a little worse. I will say maybe my emotions towards some of those scenes maybe are a little more faint than they were before. But yeah, I don't know. I personally don't think it worked, but I do recommend it. So that's kind of a weird thing. Just the guy's voice is so relaxing, and the music they play, and it was definitely like really top notch.
I enjoyed it at least. I don't feel like it was a waste of time. I just don't know how effective it was towards the goal that they were trying to reach. And that could be us. That could not even be that. I don't know. I don't want to say it's broken. You know what I mean? It's kind of like saying a meal is bad just because you don't enjoy it. You know?
Well, I did enjoy it, but yeah, I mean, you're right. It might work on some people. We might just not be people who are hypnotized. Also, maybe my legs falling asleep during the process maybe took me a little out of it.
Maybe poor choice of location.
I'll give it another shot, but I think right now, I don't know if I believe in hypnotism, I'll just be honest. I've had some past experiences where people claimed it was true, then I end up finding out the backstory that maybe it wasn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you have any experiences with it, I'd be interested to hear them. But I don't know. It was definitely fun. So definitely try it out. That's what I think I'll land with.
One more thing that we had been meaning to talk about in the past 2 episodes, but completely forgot about. I just kind of want to bring it up real quick. I think it's something really neat. And if you want to see me and Titus do it, just let us know, and we'll give you a whole list of reasons why we're not going to do it.
This is pro podcasting. We're going to watch a video, and you're going to listen to our reactions.
Yeah. So it's professional tag. It's basically parkour. They have like a little arena, and there's different platforms, and one person's standing in there, and the other person comes in and has to tag them, and they basically do parkour to get away from each other and basically play tag.
So you showed it to me briefly, and I only watched a little bit of it, and it is insane. If you're looking for it on YouTube, it's professional tag new parkour game is insane. You can type that into YouTube. It's got like 86,000 views at this point in time. We'll put a link in the description. Depending on what service you're listening to this on, you might be able to find one down there. So are we just going to hit play at the same time?
Tell me when.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, dude's running. He's like hopping over. Somebody's like trying to get away from him.
In the red shirt. Not quick enough. He's about to.
Oh, he almost got him.
How did he get out of that?
That was pretty sick. Oh, jeez. Like, this gets your adrenaline pumping.
I'm just thinking how bad my nose would get broken on this.
He took a dive to get him. Oh, it's so sick. Oh, he leaves.
Oh. Does that count as a win if he falls out? I don't
know how this game works. I think everyone wins because it's awesome.
Yeah. The fact that you're participating, I would totally bust my face trying to do this.
Dang. It's cool. It's like all these little pipes are everywhere.
How did he get out of that?
I don't know. It's insane. And they just do these crazy parkour techniques to...
Oh, he got him.
Oh,
he was not giving up.
World Chase Tag.
Yeah, World Chase Tag.
Logo. So definitely watch out that video, and I know that we definitely brought it to life with our commentary.
And there's a whole channel just for this. That's World Chase Tag. Apparently there's competitions. I don't know what locations and how often, but yeah, I think it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, dude, that's really legit. So thank you guys so much. Hope you guys enjoyed these first 8 episodes, this first season, and let us know what you thought. We would love to get your feedback and help us shape the future of the search for awesome.
Ciao.